Going with the flow doesn't mean doing nothing. It means moving with alignment.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
We are enthused to have created for you free access to over 720 some odd shows now of Life's Inside Track, where we get to share insider tips, making house home, and building wealth wisely through real estate. And I've been thinking a lot about this over the holidays. And that is, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, because there's actually not that many subscriptions, given how many shows are there. There's fewer subscriptions than there are shows.
Subscribers.
Yeah. And so if you haven't done it, I really do have a question. What are you waiting for? Because it gets you the shows right away, and you get to see the antics. What you missed if you're only listening on CHRI, which is a great place to tune in every week, Friday at 9:30. I know that people tell me all the time, hey, I wasn't available that Friday or this Friday, and the replay. So just go to YouTube. It'll send you the link if you subscribe. And then you get to see the antics, because Ken was moving with the flow, kind of like one of those big...
those scary men at the tire shop that wave their arms.
And go with the flow.
Yeah. Now, I'd like to do a caveat on your invitation to subscribe. Only if you get value from our shows. Like if you get value... And we never know what we're going to do one show from another, kind of. And you won't know. If you subscribe, you get the notification when we post a new show and we put them on. You listen to them on CHRI in basically 28 minutes.
Can we call it 30?
Got 30 minutes with some commercial breaks. We put them on YouTube in 9-minute segments. So it's nice and easy to fit in. See if it's something that you want to listen to. And when you subscribe, you get an email notification that we put up a new video. And so only do it if you find value.
Yeah, of course. I don't want to waste their time. So we've been talking about why resolutions don't work. That was all about segment A. Why seldom do they work? Less than like 20% of the time. And for Ken, it's only 1% of the time that they actually have sticking power.
Yeah.
That's what you told people.
Yeah, it's true.
And it is actually way closer to the truth. The reason they so often don't stick is they're not always aligned to our values and what's actually going on in our life right now. Like what's up for us. Often we do them from, you'll have to go back to segment A to read or listen to all the reasons that we said people do them and they don't have sticking power. Because if you do it connected to your values, to your purpose, to your core, what's most essential to you and what's actually happening right now in your life, they have really high sticking power.
Right. And the problem is what I find, because I'm speaking from experience of not reaching my different goals, because resolutions are kind of like goals for the new year, right?
Yeah.
And I can start to feel a bit like a failure or a lot like a failure, because as they start getting knocked off that I didn't stick with that one, I didn't stick with that one, and I start beating myself up.
Or if you don't, I will help.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's happened before.
if I don't have a big enough stick, you'll bring one? Okay. And so that happens, but you're saying when you align with your values, then you're far less likely to not follow through, far less likely not to succeed. Like stuff happens in people's lives. Like things can drag you off track, right? Accidents, health, whatever. But
it's not whatever. These are big deals. Things.
That's what I mean. Those kind of things can, when I say whatever, I meant etc., can knock you off course. But when you have values, explain what values really means. And how do you determine your value?
Oh, now that is going to be another segment and another show. We're going to go because I can squeeze something in.
Yeah.
And yet I just spent a couple of hours yesterday with one of our people that we mentor, helping him really get clear on some values. Right? And so it actually takes time. He said it's the biggest life work that I've given them up to date.
Okay.
And so it is work to know what your values are. Once you know what you value and you anchor your resolutions and your goals to it, then you're much less likely to be thrown off course. So
because your decisions are much easier when your values are known.
Right. And they stick better.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds maybe a little airy-fairy. Well, I value family. To what degree do you value family? Like if there's being discord in your house and you make a decision because maybe it's because there's not enough room, or maybe it's because there's too much room, or you can kind of pinpoint what it is that's not working.
Okay.
What's off. If you can attach that to your value because you have that value of calm and ease and peace in your family, then that decision, you'll have follow through. You'll endure the pain of whatever you have to do to clean out closets and clean out cupboards and organize things and give things away and do what is needed. If I don't value, and you say, well, everybody values peace within a family. No, not necessarily, and not to the degree to which
there wouldn't be so many dysfunctional and what I call separated families, right? Where I don't talk to the sibling, or I don't reach out to them regularly because of a rift. You know, they say families will either rift apart or drift apart. And if you value family, then you won't allow them to drift away. You schedule time to reach out. You schedule time to visit. Whatever their love language is, you think of how can I supply that to them, right?
Yeah.
So, and when I talk about love language, I'm talking about, who's the author?
Gary Chapman.
Gary Chapman, thank you. And there's 4 love languages.
5.
Oh, there's 5. See how well I know it?
Anyway, digress.
That's a whole nother show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've got at least 3 or 4 more shows coming your way as a result of this one show. What we do know is that when you make decisions under the pressure, perceived or otherwise, time pressure, the calendar flipping, the just the stuff that is coming at you, you're far more likely to regret the decision later. Not only are you not likely to stick with it, you're also likely to regret the decision. Whereas if you can make it in a state of, and I'm going to use the word flow, but in a state of flow and ease and calm, you are much less likely to get annoyed with or regret the decision that you actually made, as well as sticking with it, which was segment A.
Yeah. And sometimes it takes an outside person to chat with, someone that's not in your picture frame, right? We're outside of your picture. And so we can see things that you can't see. And a clarity call would be an amazing thing for us to get in your picture, learn about you, and give you a little bit of tips or whatever. DekkerTeam.com. Just go there, DekkerTeam.com, and book a clarity call. It's free. We take about 15 minutes or so. And then we look at what's the next step. Because sometimes for some people, it's, I should put my house up now, not wait for spring market. And for others, it could be, maybe you shouldn't put it up for 6 months or a year, or maybe not at all. But but as we delve in and get information and help create clarity for you, that's a big, right? And now you talked about flow. And in the next segment, we're going to talk about how we actually use flow as a decision filter. And we're grateful that as we clarify your options, your wisdom flows.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together.